Great stuff. So now that we have our image or images up on Instagram, I'm going to show you 3 really powerful strategies to make sure your images get the most exposure as possible, both to your current followers and to potential new followers. So there's 3 points I'm going to be going over. The first is hashtags, the second is social proof, and the third is social sharing. So let's jump into hashtags right now. So if you aren't that familiar with hashtags already, I'm going to give you a really cool framework to be able to understand them, because they are a relatively new phenomenon in social media. And the way that I look at them is that hashtags are searchable buckets or categories that you can place your photos into. And why they're really good is because people are constantly searching in these buckets to get photos of whatever they're searching for. So someone may be searching for photos of adventures, and anyone who's placed their photo in this bucket or who have tagged their photo with hashtag adventures, they will come up and people will be able to see your photo even though they don't know your business or who you are, and they'll be able to organically discover what you're about. The second part of this framework is you can also create your own bucket at any time. So the general ones as listed on your screen, such as adventures, work, funny, anything like love, a lot of buckets already exist because they're popular. If you wanted, you could just put the hashtag on any word. It could be your business name, so maybe Turtle Pizza, and that becomes its new bucket. And you can keep adding to that. So don't be hesitant to put hashtags in your photos. I know a lot of people are nervous about this. Simply just any common words or any words that relate to your images. Put the hash or the pound sign first and then write the word, and you'll get a lot of people discovering your images this way. The second strategy for increasing the exposure of your media is what you call social proof. Now, on the surface level, it doesn't look that important for your Instagram photos, but it really does make a huge impact as the effect of social proof compounds over the time that your photo is up. So what you're looking at right now is a photo by eRubes1. They posted a photo and they had the hashtag beach, and that's how I found this photo. And as you can see on the right, they have 4,136 likes on this photo and a lot of comments, lots of people tagging their friends, a lot going on. Here's the thing. If you were scrolling through your newsfeed and you see this picture with all this social proof, so all these likes and comments, you are far more likely to like this picture yourself and comment on it compared to if it had a low number of likes or no likes and no comments. To contrast, here is another picture that I also found through hashtag beach, and as you can see, there are only 3 people who like this picture so far and no one else commenting apart from the person who posted the photo. Now, even though it's a nice photo and you may like it, studies show that you're less inclined to like this photo because there's not many people already who have taken this action. It does seem small, but even if you're losing 10 to 15% of likes to this social proof, it really impacts your content over the long term, because that 10 to 15% of likes becomes bigger and bigger as the people who didn't like it because it didn't have social proof, their friends don't see it, and then they don't like it, and then their friends don't see it, and then they don't like it. So it's kind of like a snowball, and you really want to have everything in your control while you're posting images. So I highly recommend to give all your photos social proof so that they perform better. So on your screen now are the 3 best strategies for giving your Instagram content more exposure and more social proof. So the third is by far the powerful, and the top 2 are basically alternatives to the third if it's something that you don't want to use. So number 1 is tell your friends and family when you post, especially if you're starting out small and only have a small audience. It's really important to get those first 3, 4, 5, even up to 10 likes on the board so that you kind of give everybody else permission to like your photo. So if you just told your friends and family who are in the room with you, maybe Facebook message a couple of your good friends and say, hey, can you just give my post a like and maybe a comment? It really helps get other people to like your post as the momentum has started. So number 2 is to use like call to actions within your photo descriptions. So when posting your photo and filling in the caption, don't be afraid to say like if you agree or like if you think this photo is beautiful, and give them a call to action, and it's proven to increase the amount of likes that you get by 250% on average. So having that like call to action may seem small, but it really does increase the amount of people who like your comment. So you could actually also do that with comments. Say comment if you like this, or comment if you think this photo is beautiful. Just to name a couple of examples, you can put anything in those sentences, as long as it's a call to action for anything that is interacting with your post. The third is by far the most powerful strategy and the most easiest strategy to getting social proof to your pictures. And I'm actually not going to go into too much detail here, because once again, in module 6, I go into very high detail about this app, or these two apps. And what you can essentially do is you can just choose how many comments or how many likes are placed on your picture instantaneously. So it's basically like clicking your fingers and saying, I want 30 likes on this picture. I just posted it. It needs some social proof. Here are 30 likes. So really powerful. I recommend you check out module 6 for a detailed walkthrough of how to use this app. The final basic strategy to increasing the exposure on your image is to cross promote between your other social media accounts. And I know a lot of you may not have the largest social media accounts on other platforms, but it really does help, even if you have small audiences on each of these platforms, that you bring them together so that everyone is following you everywhere and all your social media accounts grow. This is really crucial, and a lot of people miss this step. But Instagram make it really easy to share any content that you're posting to Instagram onto your Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Flickr, or Foursquare accounts. Facebook and Twitter are the big ones there that are really going to help. Tumblr too, if you use that, maybe not for businesses. But you can see the screenshot to the right is the last screen, or the last phase when posting an image. And to share it onto these other accounts to get these extra people in, and to also give you really great content to share through your other accounts by cross-promoting your Instagram photos. So to attach the accounts, you simply click on the Facebook button or click on the Twitter button, and the first time that you try and share it, the Instagram app will prompt you to log in, and then you can always just come back and click that button and share it to your other social media accounts again. I really want you guys to do this because it actually has a strong effect on your media, and especially if you are a smaller company, it really does help getting all the likes you can and all the momentum you can at the start of posting your images and media on Instagram, because it really does get the ball rolling, similar to the social proof concept that we talked about earlier. Now, coming up in the next module are more advanced strategies to get more likes and comments and follows on your account, so stay tuned for that. But please remember that these basics are really the foundational layer for the advanced strategies. Please don't take the advanced strategies by themselves. Make sure you guys are doing the basic fundamentals to really have the most success with your Instagram account.